no, sometimes in life we kind of like repeat the same topics. Even me, that's why I try to be careful what I put down, or at least we try to in those same topics. We talk about things that I feel like most people don't talk about. And this one, like, I'm pretty sure I regurgitated this many a times, but I don't know if I talk about having friends while in a relationship of the opposite sex. I don't know if I have ever really expanded on that part. So now my always stance is because people always ask me, men and women be friends, and you hear a lot of people say men and women can't be friends. And I originally said that, I'm like, men and women can't be friends, but I'm like, I have a lot of female friends that platonically I've never slept with that I think that are cool. But and then people ask me, if she gives you the opportunity, would you smash? And I will say yes. But I feel like that shouldn't come between the relationship between a man and a woman if they are really cool. Now that's easier said than done. That I do know because even I know that sex complicates things. I'm not. It's just like from that point in, I just kind of like damn planes want to go over my head every time I do a video. Anyway, from that point, I just contradicted myself, kind of. But I still feel that way. You like even with the contradiction, I still feel like um you can be friends, but I've always said this. The thing is with the opposite gender is that you are attracted to the opposite gender, us as heterosexual people. So I feel like that comes with the territory. And I tell people, it's like, yes, you can be friends, but you're just gonna know that you're going to be attracted to the opposite gender, and y'all might either date or sex might be on the table. Because there's a couple of my female friends that I was cool with that I done fucking that I've slept with. There's one or two girls that I call them my little sis, and then one I is my ex that I was in a relationship with 3 years for, and the other one like I just smashed. So I was like, well, I can't be calling women sis no more. That right there, I was just like I shut that down because every time I call, now it gets to a point where someone say, "Oh, you like a brother to me," and I say, "Don't say that because I'm more likely to sleep with you." Now I throw that out there just to tell just as a caveat as a warning, not and also to be funny, but also I tell people just like yeah, don't be saying that because every woman that done called me bro, I done had sex with. So let's just stay that. Now, I the the only thing I can go off is when I'm in a relationship with my ex for 3 years. In those 3 years, I also garnered a lot of female friends then. Now, some of them were hers, and I think she was just bringing them around to let her know that she got a man because she was that type of person that she would bring females. Now, I don't know if she was testing me or not, or she would just adamantly try to make her female friends the third fucking wheel, and I would talk, but a lot of her female friends I knew too because we was in the Navy, we was on a boat. So a couple of them I knew. So some I like already had conversations with, whether platonically or non-platonically. I done had conversations with them. So and my girl would get jealous real quick. And this is like the first thing I mean, like she'd get very insecure and jealous, like because she was at least at that time. I don't know how she is now. She was very, very, very very Christian like. She was very Jesus heavy. She was very, very Bible, go to church every Sunday. And, even in the Navy, try to find a church. All about that, right? And like, I've grew up in the church too, so it's just like this. Seeing a Jesus heavy woman is not really unfamiliar to me to anything. That's kind of like I didn't want a God fearing woman. I didn't want no devil running the streets. But she but she would bring her female friends around. Now, half of the times I think she was testing me to see if I would fuck them. I never fucked any of the female friends. Now I never cheated on them, and like I know it's like, but I'm a natural flirt. So, but at the same time, I never flirted in front of her too. But sometimes we would have conversations because she would make her the third fucking. She would make that person the third fucking wheel. There was one time we visited her parents, and it was me, her, and a friend that she bought just to go see her parents. And I was like, I don't know why she was there, but but she instantly made her third wheel. And most of the time, me and her, not saying that me and my ex didn't get along, but most of the time, I was talking to the friend. Now, I wasn't trying to fuck, but it was just like I can understand you being uncomfortable in this third wheel. I've been a third wheel before. It is the most uncomfortable shit ever, and sometimes usually, and this is just me being nice, not even just trying to fuck. I was just trying to be nice because it's just like I know that feeling of being a third wheel is awkward. So every once in a while, me and her, we spark up a conversation. We be having some good conversations. Like I said, we didn't fuck, but it was just like we be cool and we chilling and stuff. Sometimes we just laugh at some shit, and my girl be going, "What's so funny?" It was just like you had to be there to see it, or cause she didn't understand uh like the shit that we talking about. She was like, "Do you know what this is?" It's just like, and sometimes she'd be like, "No," and I was like, I explained it to you one of the times, but like the girl got it. Now, is it the fact that me and girl had a better, deeper connection? No, it was just that I was just cool with people. I naturally like one thing about me, and I'm not trying to big myself up, but one thing about me, people naturally come to me and people naturally talk to me, and this has been me. This has been me. People will come up and have literal conversations with me. I've literally had little conversations with strangers because people would come to me and talk to me about their shit. Now, I look at that as a gift and a curse because sometimes I don't want to hear it, or it's just sometimes I'm busy. But like either friends or fucking strangers, they'll literally talk to me and then they'll just start having a conversation with me. And sometimes I have my headphones in and niggas just literally just start having conversations with me. So I literally got to I just did the gesture of taking my headphones off. I take my headphones off and then I sit there and listen to them. It's like I didn't. Now again, it's a gift and a curse because I appreciate you sharing your life with me, but at the same time, there are times where I'm like, I don't want to hear it, but I'm not. But I'm not a rude person, so I said, I guess whatever was on your fucking mind, you want to just get. So I just let them have it. I just let them have it. Usually they feel better about it, and then they go about their way. But so if you ever done that to me, don't worry about it. It's not a problem. I appreciate you doing it. Just know that there's sometimes if I feel like didn't feel like to be bothered. You probably right, but at the same time, I know that sometimes people need it, so I let them talk. Now it is but this wasn't the only one. She was just like, um, cause she lived in Virginia, but it's just like bumfuck nowhere, Virginia. I'm not gonna tell you where, but she lived in boonies. She basically lived in the boonies, and it's bumfuck nowhere, Virginia, and it's like 3 hours from Norfolk, 3 4 hours from Norfolk. That's it. Most people probably understand where that fucking is. So anyway, that's not one time. Another time, and she would always do this, but she would bring people over, and sometimes like I said, there was sometimes I felt like she was testing me, like see if I would try to flirt with him or try to fuck him. Again, never did it, but but I see these people all the time. You start garnering friendships, you start talking to them, and then I started again during those 3 years relationship. I started garnering a lot of female friends because a lot of women like me. Now, did it was one point where some of the female friends they was liking me more than they liked my girl. That's where the problem. Now that right there, that's where the problem was. Where I was fucking it up because one, I didn't see that. Now I knew my girl. She can kind of be. I don't want to say arrogant, but church people, and I see this all the time. Saved Christian people, they have this type of arrogance that they think they better than people or something because they're saved and they are with the Lord. And I say this all, and I used to say this all the time. It's just like, some of y'all probably done more fucked up shit, um, and then y'all want to say, oh, you want to condemn other people. I was like, you was just in that position. You, if anything, you should be more sympathetic than others. But a lot of times, those people that are saved, they judge others. It's like, oh, you're going to hell, and all that stuff. I say, he was just in that fucking position. Please stop. Please humble yourself. I'm glad. I say this all the time because I had this, not the sidetrack, but I had this talk with my mother too, and I was just like, and my uncle. So I was like, I had to word this right because it was just like I'm not very fond of saved people that are recently saved because they have this arrogance of they think they you know better than most people, and I was just like, humble yourself, please. It's like in my opinion, that's not what God intended for you to do when you're saved. It's just, yes, you are one of God's children, but you also like got to be humble with yourself because it's just like you was just in that position. If anything, I tell people all the time, Christianity is supposed to be like an infomercial, and like an infomercial. I'm sidetracking, but like an infomercial, you're supposed to show that it works, and to show people that it works, and then rave about how good your life has been now that you done gone this route. Same thing with veganism, and then same thing with Christianity. But a lot of people, they want to force that down your throat, and I feel like that's not how you're going to get people. And then threatening them to go to hell is never going to. Is now they're going to now they're standoffish even more. Now that you threaten them that they're going to hell, that's not going to get people on it. You're supposed to show people that their life would be better if they are with Christ. Now you show that through living your life with Christ, and then people will see that, like, oh, your skin is glowing. Oh, you look good. Okay, you're in a better place. Why? I've gone with God. I ever since I've been saved by God, I've gone with God, and this is what I tell people: it's just supposed to be like an infomercial, and then it's supposed to inspire people to go that route. It says now, okay, since I've been with God, my life has changed. I feel like the upside, God is keeping me in His grace and all that other stuff. Not to be all churchy and preachy, but that's how I feel like most people when that's the thing you're supposed to show people. Not, oh, you should join this too, and you're going to hell. And I tell people that that's not my journey. That is your journey. You the one that need to get like you need a one personal conversation with God. Sorry to sidetrack. Anyway, but I talked to as one of my females who, ironically, she recently found God as well, and she was like, "I don't want my man to have female friends," and it's just like, why? Because it's that I feel like this should be your only friend. Now, a lot of men say this too. Yo, no female should have no friend. Me personally, and I say this: if you and I understand, like we're in this new generation, and most people don't have that type of trust and all that other stuff. If you, I, it's like I don't care if you have a male friend. I really don't. I really don't. And I'm pretty sure your male friend wants to fuck you. I don't care. It's like I'm so solidified because I feel like if you're solidified in your own masculinity, you're not worried about another nigga. And even if she did, then that's her issue, not mine. That's how I feel. It's just like, yeah, I'm not saying that you probably don't fuck up, but um yeah, but at the same time it's just like you gotta be confident where you like, yeah, if I fuck with you, you're not gonna make my life better than his. This is so, like you supposed to me, you're supposed to set that ground standard that she don't even think that about fucking other than, and even if she did, she goes, but you know what? It's not worth it. And I feel like it's the same way with women because there was times where I'm not gonna say I wanted to cheat on my girl. I never did, but it was just there was times where it was just like if I sleep with her, would that fuck up a relationship, or is it worth fucking up? So, and I always the answer was always no, because I'm a faithful motherfucker. It was just like, I'm pretty sure sex with her would be great, but I don't want to jeopardize that in the relationship. That's the feeling I always have with my girls. It's just like, yeah, and I understand, man. We kind of like we fuck, and we can fucking not get emotional. I've done it, not in a relationship, but I fuck women and not have no emotional ties to it. That's just in our genes. But at the same time, I'm not going to put myself in a position where pussy will ruin my marriage, or pussy will ruin my job, or pussy will ruin a relationship that I'm trying to build. I've always in it. Money over bitches is not just some hood thing. It's just like, hey, you need to get having your priorities straight. Money over bitches is just some hood niggas saying get your priorities straight. Any man to tell you the biggest downfall of most society is pussy. Now I'm not gonna say women, even though women have pussies, but it's usually pussy because niggas is just horny and all that other stuff. So yes, there's been really society why the most niggas get mad. Like this, why strip clubs where most niggas will go to strip clubs and waste money spending it on women that they wouldn't even bring home their mother to. Yes, I know, and this is coming from a nigga that goes to strip clubs. But would being in a relationship, but here's the thing: being in a relationship is just that you want. I keep sometimes I keep a female friend there because they'll tell me some shit or they'll look and they'll see some shit, and then they'll tell me, "Hey, you need to fucking fix it." Because sometimes your woman is not going to tell you. Some women like women say, "Oh, you ain't seen the signs." Some women don't tell you signs; they'll just fucking go off on their own. And sometimes you having a female friend, because a couple of them was telling me like when I was fucking up, and I was just like, "Hey, you need to don't do that." It was like, "Don't do what?" And it was like, "Don't do that." And it's just like, "What did I do?" It's just like I don't understand. It's cause one thing I noticed, just like my ex would get into an argument with me about holding the door open. Like I would go in first. I'll hold the door open for her and a friend, or I will hold the door open for her, and then she will hold the door open for my girl because for some reason my girl came in last. So and I let go of the door, and I remember like she was just in this bad mood. I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" She was like, "You had the door open for her, but you don't hold the door open for me." I was like, "She held the door open. I held the door open for both of y'all, really." She was the one that came through first, and then he's like, because usually you hold the door open, that person holds the door open, and you go through. And I remember it's like I felt to me it was I don't know if it was big to her, but it was just like anytime I felt like I had and you would bring these people over, I'm like these are your friends. Half of these people are your friends, and I'm getting along with your friends, but it's just like most of these people, it's just like you bring them over. I'll never bring people over to you because one thing I didn't want people to know that we was in a relationship, and that was another part. Because in the Navy, like we was in the same division with the same Navy, so I didn't want us to get in trouble for fraternization. We almost did at one point, um, and we almost did at one point, and it's just it almost fucked her up. It didn't fuck me up, but it almost fucked her up. Um, and then like she got off by the grace of God, and I said, okay. And me in the back of my head, I'm going, all right. I need to be more cautious of how I move. So at work, I was just pretending like she's just some regular girl. And then when we get home, all right, that's when all the lovey dovey shit. She hated it, and I mean she hated it, and it's probably because I would overdo it. And I tell people all the time, I'm like, yeah, that's fucking up. But at the same time, I kept doing that for a reason. Now, the reason why, because I did not want, and she could not understand. To this day, she don't understand this. It was just like, you got in trouble, you almost went to captain's mask. And that's because now she could have went we got snowed in, and instead of going in that Sunday night, because we did get in that Sunday night, she went in that Sunday morning. She was like, fuck it. She went in that Sunday morning. She ended up getting in trouble for it. She almost went to captain's mask. Um, the XO basically dismissed the case, and I was like, I'm happy. All right, but she was like, and he said, I don't know who this boy is, but and you need to do something about that. And I was like, to me, it was just like, okay, I think that was the last time we went to go visit, and I lived 3 hours from Norfolk, going to Maryland. I lived in 3 hours going from Norfolk, so I was like, okay, that was the last time me and her fucking went to visit my mom's, and that's basically what she was doing. I was taking her to meet my mom's, um, and she had duty on that Sunday, and I didn't have duty. I didn't. I had a duty free weekend, but I was like, that was the last time I sent her. Or like, I think that was the last time I went with her on a duty. Because after that, I either just went by myself, or because I was like, if I'm going to get in trouble, I'm going to get in trouble for me. And that was the whole thing about the relationship. It was just like, if I got in trouble, I didn't want her to get in trouble with me, or it revert to her. It was just like oh, it's just because she was with this person. And it was just like, no. It was like, if I get in trouble, it's going to be on my own avail. If she's going to get in trouble, it's going to be her own avail. I didn't want us to be connected to anything when it comes to getting in trouble. Now, I stayed out of trouble. But even when I did, like, fuck up a little bit, it was on my own avail. It wasn't on other people's own avail. So, my plan worked. Worked so well that when we broke up on that ship, a lot of people didn't even know we was dating. And I told them that was kind of the point. It's like we were, and there's a couple like one. The only time I ever fucked up, and but it was with my first class. But me and him, we've always been cool. He was a white guy, and he worked in the carpenter shop. Um, he found out because I was like, "How do you know about it?" He hit me with the oldest trick in the book. Oh, so what's up? What's up with you? What's up with you and so and so? And I was like, how do you know about me and so and so? And he went, I didn't. You just told me that. And I was like, this motherfucker. I fell for the oldest shit. To this day, that shit bothers me. It's like, how do? Well, I know now. But he was just like, he also said, but I noticed that you don't really like. You kept that shit under wrap. So it was just like, that's good because you don't want these people in your business. Because once these people in your business, they're always in the business. Now during that time, a lot of people knew, but outside of my division, because what I did, I went to security, and it was like, "Yo, you dated so and so." I was like, "Yeah." It was like, "How long?" I was like, "3 years." It was like, "What?" I didn't even know you was in a relationship with her. I was like, "Yeah, no, I wanted to keep it that way because I didn't want us to get in trouble for fraternization." That was my whole thing. She did not care. And around that time, she didn't care about the Navy either. And like we had that argument too. It was just like I don't. She was like she literally was just like I don't give a damn. You should like you don't show me enough affection on it. I said I'm not showing you affection because I don't want us to get in trouble. I was like literally, you went to mass. That shit bothered me because you almost got in trouble for it. Like to that day, I was like, yes, do I know I'm doing it over the top? Yes, I'm doing it over the top, but I'm doing it for a reason. I'm doing it so we don't get in fucking trouble. And she just couldn't. I remember like her. She was just hard headed that day. She was just yeah, but it was a lot of yeah, but it was like oh my fuck, and it got on my fucking nerves that I walked off on her. I was like, yo, and it fucking stressed me out because she was just like, "What do you want me to do, motherfucking like pick you up and kiss you in front of everybody, knowing that shit get into?" Like, do you want us to have sex in the middle of the fucking hangar deck? It was just like I'm going over the top, but it was just like, look, when when we are at work, and I told her this, and I feel like this really fucked her head up too. I told her this. I came to Navy to find work. I did not come here to find love because I was in love with this girl. Now, the fact that I did find love, that is a bonus, and I'm glad I found you. But we are here, we are workmates, all right? And like, when we get home, we are lovers, we are all that other stuff. Now, also, this was my fault, and I don't know if I explained this, but if you walk back into one of the videos, like the white girls I thought about, I think I said marrying or being in a relationship with. We, me and this white girl, I swear to God, and I like she to me, I always said regarded to her as like '90s pretty, like the protagonist. If you see the protagonist girls in the '90s, and like she had that vibe to her all the fucking time. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like I was like there was two women that I was always like just attracted to. Like they stopped me in their tracks always. One was black, she's married now, and one was white. I think, and this was this white girl. She ended up getting married, and I think she's divorced, but I think she's living a single life somewhere in St. Louis. I don't know, but anyway, me and her, we, she, we were close, like, and this is dangerously close. I don't think we now again. I didn't fuck this girl at all, but we was dangerously close, and we was like she came to the pipe shop, and I don't know, she became my best friend. She became my best friend to where the fact that my ex was not having it at all. Now this one I understood, but nothing because every time we break it, like when we used to talk, every time she would bring her up all the fucking time, and I was like, oh my god, this white girl really bothers her. This white girl really bothers her. Now again, me and her was fucking like like she became my like for that last year and a half in the Navy, she became my best. She was literally my best friend, and then like we broke up. Now mention me and my girl broke up after this too. So, but she did not like seeing me with her at all. It's just like because I didn't know she was fucking with other was my ex girl fucking with other niggas. Yeah, she was. She I think she had another relationship and all that other stuff. But when she saw me like messing around with her, she was just like because me and her was like we'd be together all the fucking time, like and we would wrestle all the fucking time. The girl was a tough. She was one tough cookie. Or she was a tough girl, and we would wrestle all the fucking time. We would play wrestle and all that other stuff. Like don't get me wrong, I probably should have fucked, but when I was single, I probably should have fucked, but she would bring her up all the fucking time. It's just like, yo, what's up with you and so and so. I was like, nothing is up with me and so and so. It was just like in front. It was just, but I think other people thought that me and the white girl was dating or some shit like that, which is probably why like, uh, no, she was going off the ship at the end. I was gonna say it's probably why material like thought I like white women. It was like nah, I was going off the ship there, but yeah, It's not the first time, but yeah, it's not the first time because one time, uh, there was a Spanish girl and a black girl, and they was new coming into the ship, and like I hung out with the Spanish girl, cute little Spanish girl, but it's just like I was just showing her, I was just basically showing her around the ship, and I was like, my man Tony, he was just like, yo, you could do something with that, and I was like, give it a month or two, she gonna be with her own little crew, she gonna forget about me, which happened, which I'm not mad at. I just knew it was gonna happen. I was just like, yo, I'm just being a friend. She like it was one time where, and I feel like this pissed her off as well. I said we in a cafeteria, and I'm sitting down, and me and her fucking having a conversation. Me and the Spanish girl having a conversation. Unfortunately, my ex girlfriend and her little rat face friend, who I fucking couldn't stand. I couldn't stand her little rat face friend because she was in another division. Then they sent her to another division, and they would always send her to another division. My division did not like my girl for some reason. They thought she was useless. I never thought she was useless, but you know they thought she was useless as fuck. So they would send her TAD to other fucking divisions, and I don't think she didn't mind that either. So I guess it's a win win. But anyway, I'm with the Spanish journey, and me and her we have a conversation. We talking and all that other stuff. We talking about all this shit, and like we go eat together and all that stuff. We the whole time we were sitting there with my ex girlfriend. My ex was behind me, and I didn't know that until I got up, and someone said, "Son, Nene," and I said, "Hey," and I walked off. And then, like, when I seen her again, she goes, "So you didn't see me behind you?" I said, "No." And she this was the one thing that I, she does this all the fucking time, and it got to a point where like I almost hit her once. I motioned it, but I never like really wanted to hit her. I never put my hands on her. But she said she do this thing called lies. She's like lies, and I'm like I'm telling her the truth. She go lies, and she always thought I was lying to her. I was like, it would piss me off because I was like, no, I didn't see you back there. I wasn't even paying attention. Did you ever see me turn back once? It was like no. So how the fuck am I supposed to know? And we sat there first. How the fuck am I supposed to know you was there? It was just like I fucking like I said, like the one time the one time I thought about I don't know, we was just having a conversation. She said something that I gave her this Kobe death stare, and it scared her, and I was just like, I forgot to this day I forgot what it was, but I just remember her saying it, and me just like I gave her this meanest death stare, like bitch, I will kill you if you ever say that shit to me again. That's how bad it was. Again, I never put my hands on her, but there was times where I was just like, I had my fist clenched. Let's just say I never, you know, what I'm saying most people motion like hitting her. I never motioned to hit her, but I had my fist clenched a couple times where it was just like I should knock you the fuck out right now. I never did, but it was just like she said something. She was like, "I've never seen you look at me that way," and it scared the fuck out of me. And I think I remember saying "good," and I walked off. It was like good. I was like, that's how pissed off I was. But this whole, oh, oh man, this whole fucking video was supposed to be about having a female friend. I'm keeping this. I'm not even deleting this, right? Yeah, I'm 35 minutes in. I'm not even going to delete this. This is what I'm going to say because I took because I don't know if this story helped my favor or not. If you have gone this far and listened to it, God bless you. Um, I am going to But I'm going to say this. This is, I guess, this is, man. I'm going to say this though. Like, I don't have a problem with you having a female friend. I know sometimes your male friend wants to fuck you. I'm never that insecure when I say you. I think Chad Johnson said it best. It's just like, it's like, I'm not going to tell you to delete nobody. I'm not going to tell you to block anybody. It's like, you know better. You're a grown adult. And my whole thing is, I don't even want nobody. My grown. I understand like this. Sometimes there's priorities and all that other stuff, but I feel like if you are a grown adult and you know what you have worth losing, then you should know. But then you should know. Like I do have a lot of female friends that, like I said, platonically I never slept with, but they're good people, and I don't want to lose them because my ex. This is like um, and my ex don't like them, or it's just like why should, like I said, and like even now it's just like there's female friends. It's just like I value your opinion. Like I value your opinion. I feel like you're one of the brightest motherfuckers I met, male or female. I value your opinion, and yet I don't want to lose that. My homegirl. Shout out to Crystal, and I say this. Sometimes we be having like conversations over Facebook messages, just voice notes, and them just be like 5 minutes long, and I'll be listening to her. And to me, she's one of the brightest motherfuckers I know, and she has this insight that I fucking love. Like it's like I fucking love. It's just like sometimes I love that because I go to other female friends and I'm getting one word answers. Okay, all right, all right. I'm just like I'm not getting nothing, but this person is giving me fucking uh 5 minutes of fucking game or some shit or shit that I should probably look at with examples and all that other stuff, and yet you hit me with the okay. It's like Trick Daddy. Okay. What's up? Shut up. You know, I'm getting one word answers. You want people to fucking, and yet you want people to hit you up and be like, "How are you doing?" And it's just you hit me with the "I'm good, I'm good." So what you doing? Nothing. Nothing. This person, she's giving me her whole spiel, and it's just like I'm supposed to lose that as a friend. It's just, but I understand. I'm not a phone person either, but at the same time, it's just like I said, I'm used to people just like bearing their soul or some shit like that. But again, look, if it gets to a point where it gets too deep, you should cut that off, or set the boundaries. And if they don't disrespect the boundaries, you cut them off completely. Like to me, it's just like when I was in a relationship, all the female friends I had, even with my ex, and some of them they just didn't like that. Like again, I didn't know why. Never really asked why. Never really cared why. And maybe that's another problem. um, they like one time she did a fucking poetry slam on her quote unquote haters, and I was there. I supported her. It was fucking cringy, but I clapped anyway. It was fucking crazy, and it was just like the funny part is, and I say this all the time. It was just like when we broke, like I don't know. Now she was probably right on this one because I've never seen so many females flirting with me when they realize that I'm with somebody, and this one. Oh man, this is the last story, and I'll fucking bottom line this. Like another female friend that I don't think she knew now this one I don't know if she knew that I had a girl or not, and that the girl was on the ship. But I called her Sunshine. I haven't seen her since. I don't even know her real name, but I called her Sunshine. We had the same duty session, and Like and on the duty session, I hang out with her. We hit it off. Now me, I don't know my girl. We was just on because we was on again, off again for 3 years. So this is one of those on again, off again times. Me and Sunshine, we hit it off. You know, all the other stuff, and like even she had a man though, but it was just like, and then she got single. But there was one time me, her, and my ex was all sitting there at one table, and it was me, her, my ex, me, her, and my ex, and a bunch of other female friends that I knew. And she and Sunshine said something along that you don't need a girlfriend. Like you just friendly to. It was one of those you don't need a girlfriend. You're friendly to all of us. You like all of our boyfriends, or some shit like that. And it was along the lines of that. And again, she didn't know who my girl was, and my girl was sitting right next to her. I just stayed silent. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know. It was just like one of those, how the fuck he's going to get out of this one? I stayed silent. I didn't say a damn thing. I just ate my food. And I was like, the next, I was like, in my head, I had my own personal pinky from next Friday. Just shut up. Just shut up. Just, oh, say another word and it's over, nigga. That's what I heard. I shut the fuck up. I got up. I got up. I took my food, put it in the trash, and I went on. I was like, I didn't know what the fuck to do. But to this day, I was like, I told female friends about that. I was like, why didn't you shut that down? I didn't know what to do because, again, I was at that. When I tell you, I was taking it to the top that I didn't want people in my relationship business. I really didn't want people in relationship business. But it was just like, I feel like someone else would shut her down. Or something like that. Because there was, because I had female friends that, like, actually wanted to see me happy with her. And, they would help me out. But at the same time, I tell them, don't do it. You just, if I got it, don't do it. I appreciate it, but don't do it. Because when we broke up, one of the girls was like, I'm going to try to get y'all back together. And I told her, don't look, I appreciate it. Don't even try. We not even going to do that. But, I don't even, I'm going to post this up anyway. I don't even know if I proved my point. I had to prove my point or I contradicted myself. I don't know, but I guess telling this story is going to motherfucking either A or something. But I feel good. I don't know. This is, like I said, I like doing this. It's therapeutic. So let me know what y'all think. Did I prove a point? If you are here for 43 minutes, which I know no one is, if you are here this long and you stuck around, God bless you, because I rambled. But am I right or am I wrong? Today, my name is Oskino for that. Peace.